All right. Do you want to get to our power rankings?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Go with yours first. For everybody that's listening on the audio, speaking of Carson Beck, that dude's got the longest neck on planet Earth.
It's like a giraffe. It's like a giraffe. Number.
Hey, if this were Game of Thrones, his symbol would be a giraffe.
Number one for me, Georgia. Number 2, Michigan. Number 3, Florida State. Number 4, Ohio State. Number 5, Washington. Number 6, Oregon. Number 7, Texas. Number 8, Alabama. 9, Ole Miss. And then 10, Penn State. And if anyone's wondering that I make any changes from last week, no, I didn't change a damn thing.
Yes, you did. You put Penn State in there.
Yeah, that was the only change that I made because you know what? Nothing that I saw last week really changed my opinion on any of these teams. I was not willing to put Ohio State higher than 4 because I was wary that they have some offensive issues, and I kept them at 4. They're the same level as I thought before. Same thing with Washington. I knew what their defense was. I know what their offense is. Oregon, same deal. Texas, same deal. And I'm not moving up Alabama because they looked exactly as I expected.
Let me just give you mine. And I'll come back to yours. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Michigan. I did move Ohio State back. I flip-flopped them again. I shouldn't have moved Florida State with a couple of big-time dudes. They get a massive win. Ohio State at 4. Alabama at number 5. Yes, I did that. Number 6, Washington. Number 7, Oregon. Number 8, Texas. Number 9, Ole Miss. Number 10, Penn State. If this is a power rankings, you have Bama too low.
Okay. And this is, I'm getting killed right now in the video I posted, the Alabama video I posted. If anyone wants to go have fun and read those comments, it's
God bless almost 300 comments.
Is there really that many?
Yeah. Like they hate us.
Oh, that's great. That makes me happy. I think it has, wait, where is it? Well, whatever. Besides the point, 170 comments.
Okay. 170.
I am impressed by Alabama. And I think that Alabama has earned the right to be in the top 10, and they have shown that they're one of the best 10 teams in the country. But their offense was going up against a weak defense that was hurt. My concerns still lie with their offense and their offensive line. I didn't see anything different from their offense or offensive line that makes me think that they deserve to be ahead of Texas, who beat them, or ahead of Oregon. I think Oregon and Texas both beat Alabama. I really do think that that's the case.
If the two teams play today, who wins? Texas or Alabama?
I think Texas wins.
You crazy if you saw what Malik Murphy and this team did last week against Kansas State.
Okay, wait. That's what you're saying, that with Malik Murphy, do they beat?
Yeah, because here's the truth. What Quinn Ewers is going to come back? When's he coming back?
That's true. That's a question mark.
He's got a shoulder injury. What happens when he gets hit on that?
But that's a lot of projection. We don't really know that situation.
But you can't say that I'm using a lot of projection and getting mad at me when I'm saying I'm talking about the teams right now. If the two teams lined up in Council Bluffs right now and they faced off, I think Alabama would win that football game because Malik Murphy is not good enough. You trash Jalen Milroe, okay, for looking the way that he looked, which, okay, it is what it is. But, Joe, you know what? There is a difference in Alabama. It is Milroe, because last week he took off with his legs. 2 weeks ago he took off with his legs, and all they continue to do is play really good defense and win football games. And there's nobody on this show more than me that wants to come out here and give the flowers to Alabama. I am an LSU dude. I love LSU through and through, and I always will. I'm not coming out here just to say Alabama this, Alabama that. But I know what's happening here. I've seen Saban, Joe, over two, because like I said, I saw him at LSU. I saw the fucker do it for 20 years. Run the ball. Good defense. Who gives a shit what it's – I saw him win a national title with Matt Mock. Okay, with my own eyes. The sumbitch had 15 interceptions in a year, and he played really good defense. He ran the ball, and that is how Saban wins. He would not in the neutral field lose to Sark again. I promise you. Also, I saw you didn't say anything about Washington.
About you moving Washington? I also think that Washington beats them. I stand by these points. They have had on this current run a number of advantageous matchups. They have had a number of opportunities for that offense. We're not. I'm not. That's not what my point is here. Is that offense has looked better than it actually is. They have not been tested by a legitimate defense at any point, and I think that Washington circumstantially is different because they don't have the defense to slow down Alabama's offense. But my point is that Alabama's offense is not equipped to go shot for shot with the passing attack that Washington has. We see on a weekly basis when they're hot.
Joe, we just got a litmus test of what it looks like. It's LSU. We just got the litmus test.
But wait, but that game would have been closer and could have gone down to the wire if it wasn't for Jane Daniels coming out of the football game. If it wasn't for him getting hurt. We didn't get to see that fully play out.
We just saw them go shot to shot against a bad defense. We just saw Milroe run all over them. And I got
wait. But he did that against a weak defense that was also dealing with secondary injuries and defensive line injuries. Washington's defense in the current state that it's in is better than the banged up LSU defense. Those are not the same.
They're not. If you go statistically, no, they're not.
There's only been one game where LSU's been this banged up. One good
and they're still better.
They're not. I don't agree with that.
How are you going to disagree with what Caleb Williams and USC, who also can't run the ball, did on them?
Because Caleb Williams won the Heisman. He's a perfectly talented football player. Okay, I'm not shocked that he played a good football game.
If USC could make one stop, they win the football game. Bama's going to make 4 or 5.
That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen.
He did to Jane Daniels before he got knocked out of the game. They had 4 stops on him.
Are we forgetting the defensive performance that they had against Oregon?
And that offense is not better than LSU. They're not.
It's not. You're acting like there's this huge gap. It's a 1A, 1B. They're comparable.
But my point is, I saw them get stops. I know that Bama can get stops.
Look, I just don't agree with this. I don't agree that I think that Alabama. We always do this. The minute that they do something like credible, they have to get moved up super high. Can we not be satisfied the fact that they won a football game to explain why they deserve to be in the top 10?
Can teams not get better?
They can get better.
Joe,
we watched them lose to Texas. We know what their weaknesses are.
Joe, I've seen Saban lose to an Ole Miss team early in the year that's worse than Texas. Worse.
Wait,
let me bounce back and kick the dog shit out of everybody. They had dudes like Philip Coker in this hole win a natty.
As much as you are saying, can a team get better? Can we also not acknowledge that they have been put in a number of situations that have helped them look better than they are?
Joe,
Jalen Milroe has been bailed out multiple games for some egregious mistakes.
Let me ask you a quick question. Would you rather face Ole Miss, LSU, A&M, and Tennessee, or Washington schedule? Would you rather face Arizona? Who else do they play?
They played Arizona State. Oregon. They played Oregon. Look, I get what you're saying that Alabama plays. You can't say that
they're more tested when you got these dudes out there and you're saying, oh, well, I'd rather take Washington's schedule.
But this is everything that you have disagreed with me on. You have disagreed with me on this, and I have continuously said this. I don't think that these top teams in the SEC are as good as everyone thinks that they are. It is still a down year for the SEC, but we continually rank them in the top 20 like nothing has changed. Like we don't see that they have issues.
Because, Joe, we said that about them losing non-conference games in week 1.
But a lot of the issues that we saw with these teams like Tennessee, like with Ole Miss, that has come back to hurt them. And it's cost them football games.
Cost who football games?
Ole Miss and Tennessee, for example. Kentucky, it's cost them football games. Florida has cost them. What do you mean that they've? I'm just talking about the conference in general. I don't think that those top teams are as good as everyone thinks that they are, and because that expectation is inflated, Alabama's performance is inflated.
I call him Philip Coker. It's actually Jay Coker.
Who the hell's Philip Coker?
I'm thinking for some reason I always say Philip Fulmer, and
Oh.
I have no idea.